Good morning, Richard Eckley here. Happy Monday morning to you. Hope you have a good day today, wherever you are. It's a Monday, so on a Health Monday on your 4 keys to a healthier, happier you. And the question I have today is a bit of a serious one, really. It's does your mum have Alzheimer's, or are you concerned that you may be following your mum into Alzheimer's? And there's been some information about the Alzheimer's on the weekend about it, and it was saying actually, of all Alzheimer's sufferers, 60% are women. Women are more likely to suffer from Alzheimer's than men. We're not still sure. They haven't done the research. Well, they're doing research now to find out why it is. It could be women have a lot more neural connections in their brain than men do, just the way they're wired up. So it could be that because the Alzheimer's is the development of amyloid plaque on the brain, which actually stops the connections in the brain. Because women have more connections in the brain naturally, more connections will be lost through this amyloid plaque building up. So it could be that. There could be something to do with the hormones. There's all different reasons. Women live longer. So there's different reasons. I'm not entirely sure what the information is. But they were saying as well, like women over 60 are, what was the average? It was twice as likely to suffer from Alzheimer's than breast cancer as women over 60. So it is a massive thing. It says the leading cause of death in the UK at the moment is Alzheimer's, which people don't quite realise. They think, oh, heart disease and cancers, but actually Alzheimer's is. There's a sad saying nowadays that everyone knows a cancer survivor, but no one knows an Alzheimer's survivor. And it's there's so much research been going on about it, but they can't actually find anything to actually help Alzheimer's at the moment. And the best thing they've found is actually just through natural lifestyle choices to actually help get Alzheimer's under control. Us individually as like sort of self-reliable, if you like, self-education on Alzheimer's to actually do things for ourselves, because there's not going to be a sort of tablet that's just going to cure it, because Alzheimer's, as I said, is built up amyloid plaque. It builds up over years and years and years. And there's many different triggers. There's worked out about 35 different triggers which can cause amyloid. It could be inflammation on the brain. It could be stress causing it. It could be an illness in it. It could be a lifestyle choice of not exercising. There's all these different areas. These are all called triggers which amyloid plaque build up. And amyloid plaque is actually a protective mechanism our body uses to protect the brain. If inflammation starts to form on the brain, it produces this amyloid plaque to protect the brain, which under normal circumstances is fine. So then it builds it up. Overnight time we sleep. It has a cleaning process which cleans this amyloid plaque away, and the following day we feel fine. But over a 30-40 year period, we've had all these different triggers building up over the years. So this amyloid plaque is building up. We're often not sleeping so well, and then the amyloid plaque isn't clearing away all the time. So then it's got more and more build up over the years, which is hence we sort of tend to lose our memories a little bit at a time. If you notice someone with Alzheimer's, this is slowly developing illness. They sort of, perhaps they lose their keys, or then they forget certain words, and they forget people's names, and they forget where they're going sometimes. And this is a slow build-up, because the plaque is building up, and they're losing more and more of the brain's connections, which means they're losing memories and things they can't control themselves then, which is scary. So, and often we see how sort of, I said my mum, she's in the late stages of Alzheimer's now, and sometimes she knows who I am, sometimes she doesn't, sometimes she just sleeps, and it's a horrible disease, and there's nothing we can sort of really do. Once they're in later stages, it's just sort of keeping them happy and as content as you can. But if you catch it in the earlier stages, there is a lot we can do in our own lifestyle choices to actually help prevent Alzheimer's developing further to help in the future. And they said that the simple system they developed is called the READ system, which is R, reduce stress. Stress is a huge cause of inflammation on the brain. So literally things like meditation, learning to relax, so you're not so stressed. We live in a stressful society, so if you can reduce the stress in your life, that would be a huge help to start off with. I said the system is R, E, E, D, and S. Reads. So reduce stress is R. Your E is to eat more healthily. Let's get the old leafy green veg back into our diets. That helps so much. Because whatever we eat, our body's going to use to generate new cells. So if we're giving it healthy veg to use to generate new cells, we'll generate new cells. If we're just giving it chips and rubbish and crap, basically, for my language, to eat, it can only use that to generate the cells with that ingredients. So it can't generate good healthy cells because it hasn't got the ingredients to do it. So it's eating more healthy. E is exercise. It's doing 30 minutes of exercise a day. It's sort of, it could just be a walk every day. It's developing a routine. So every day we're getting exercise. We're getting our bodies moving, because they're saying sitting down is better. Smoking is just not getting our body. We're built to move. And if we're not moving so much because we're sitting down at work, sitting in our cars, sitting when we get home, we're not getting the movement in our bodies to help things move and get the blood flowing. So that's E is exercise. You did the eating was your veg. Exercise then is your 30 minutes, and also mental exercise as well. It's getting your brain thinking, active, thinking about things. You've got not only your physical exercise, you've got your mental exercise. You've then got D, which is drinking more water. We need to hydrate our bodies. Our bodies are made up of 60% water, so the more water we can get into our bodies hydrates the whole system, gets the blood flowing, gets everything going well. So that's always good for you, more water. And S is sleep, is getting about 8 hours sleep at night, because again, our brains are permanently awake, they're permanently working. But it's at night time when this amyloid plaque is cleared away, because our body is regenerating itself, and the brain can... It stays right. our brain cleans itself at night time. So if we're not getting the 8 hours sleep at night, our brains aren't getting the chance to clean itself, to clean out the brain. So then we've got more amyloid plaque the following day. Before we start off, we give more stress, more hassle, more problems for our brain to cope with. So these things are important just to try to do ourselves using the R, E, E, D and S system to help ourselves to be more healthy and to actually prevent Alzheimer's from coming. We can't cure Alzheimer's. There's no cure for Alzheimer's, unfortunately. But we can prevent it for maybe 10, 20 years just by using these lifestyle choices for ourselves. And if we help our mum and our parents and educate them to do these things as well, that can help them as well in a huge way. And it's just a simple process of doing these little things to give our bodies the best chance to fight this disease. I mean, it shouldn't be, I said the book, the End of Alzheimer's is one great book, and Alzheimer's Solution is another good book. And in there saying 90% of all the Alzheimer's we have is curable. It's not curable, it's preventable. Only 10% has got the genetic defects where we can't do much about that. That's unfortunately just you're going to follow down that path. But you can prevent it from coming for maybe 10, 20 years, make a huge difference in your life as opposed to getting Alzheimer's in your 50s and 60s as opposed to 80s and 90s. So it's such a huge thing we can actually do, but it's only really down to us that we can do these sort of things. So if you are worried your mum's got Alzheimer's, or you may be following your mum into Alzheimer's, go along to a doctor. They can do like an amyloid check, Alzheimer's checkup now, where you just like a memory test, and you can see where things are. And if you are sort of starting to head that way, get yourself checked out, and then just start to implement this simple system of eating more veg, doing some exercise, and you can help yourself. And said, especially say, get these books, have a read through books on Alzheimer's as well. Because they spent billions of pounds on trying to develop drugs that can actually help the Alzheimer's disease. But because there's like 35 different triggers causing Alzheimer's, one drug isn't going to get rid of all these 35. One drug might get rid of one problem, but you still got another 30 causing the inflammation. Your exercise, your eating, the habits you've sort of got that are causing the problem in the first place over a 30-year period. So that's so important to try and do that if you can, just to try and think about, right, yes, if you can catch it at the earliest stages, like anything, prevention is so much better than cure. So if you can do something for yourself, get yourself a good lifestyle habits, if you like, so then you can do that and then educate people as well. And so just do the research yourself to look about what's the best things you can do and just to get yourself in a better situation, because it's the leading cause of death in the UK, which is so scary, and it's only getting worse. It's developing more. It's going to be an epidemic the way it's sort of heading. I don't sort of like having negative things on a Monday, but if we can prevent things and help things get better, prevention is better than cure, and it's self-education, learning to do things ourselves and look after ourselves. We want to be self-responsible for our own health, our own well-being, our own mindset. So that's my little thought today on Alzheimer's today. If you are worried your mum may have Alzheimer's, or you may be following your mum into Alzheimer's, please just check out the information you can. Get these books. I said Alzheimer's Solution and The End of Alzheimer's. They're great books to read through, and just educate yourself about it, and then you can just move forward with education. It's such help. But have a good day wherever you are today. I hope you have a good one. My name is Richard Eckley. All the best for now.